you going? You want to be on camera or not? I'm over here.
Okay.
I'm on this side of the camera.
And
Yeah, here, let's stand in the shades where it's a little cooler and the mosquitoes can bite us. All right. So, tell everybody what your name is.
so my name is Christian.
Look at the camera when you're talking, man.
So my name is Christian, and we're finishing the deck.
We're finishing the deck.
Yep.
Yep. All right. So we are working on the deck. That's right. Grandma Mary Nana's deck. So we are replacing some boards. We were able to save the beams in the frame, but we replaced all the joists, and I'm going at the diagonal trying to eliminate all the seams, and it's coming together. I'd say we're about halfway done. Then we got to get the railing on. So it's working. So this is just one of my projects that I got going on up north.
Yeah.
Another project that I'm going to go to later today is fixing the driveway out at Yukon Acres. And then possibly while I'm up here, I think I got 2 more days, I might stay in the cabin a little bit more. So I got 3 projects. I got the cabin, I got the deck, and I've got the driveway out at Yukon Acres. So the house is getting a little makeover. It's got new paint on it. Still working on the garage a bit, but the house is done and it's looking a lot better than it was. It's getting a little warm, so we're gonna call it quits for the day. We're gonna go up to Yukon Acres, and I'm gonna ride in the air-conditioned tractor. All right, should we go inside?
Sure.
It's lunchtime. Let's go eat. What do you got to eat over there? What are you eating?
I'm eating a turkey and cheese roll-up and some chips.
Turkey and cheese roll. You like ranch a little bit, maybe? You like ranch?
Yes.
Yes, you do. And I got a small little sandwich here. Holy man, it's huge. Think I can eat that whole thing?
I think.
Got a roast beef sandwich. All right, let's eat. You got enough ranch over there? Well, my sandwich is gone. So am I. See you later, excavator. We are out here at Yukon Acres, and we've got the Artillian Land Plane on the BX. And I want to show you something about this land plane. Right now, I've got these scar fires, all 4 of them, 1, 2, 3, 4. I've got them as far down as they will go. So that's probably about 2 to 3 inches below the sides of the land plane. And the reason that I'm starting with the land plane with the BX to level out this driveway is because right here is the trouble spot. This is where water collects, and it's been collecting in this area for years and years and years. So I'm using the scarifiers to dig this up, rough this up, really get in there and break up that clay base, because there's like a clay base that acts like a pool where puddles form, like big mud puddles after it rains. And we're supposed to get some rain in the next couple days, and I would expect there to be standing water here. And after it rains, there's usually standing water here for 3 to 4 days. That's how long it sits. So the scarifiers are going to get in here, and we're really going to work this up and break up that pool. We're tearing apart a swimming pool. Is kind of how you can think of it. We're tearing it apart. We're tearing the sides off of it, and then we're going to level this out. Now, early this morning, my buddy Justin delivered some Class 5. I got a whole mountain of it over there.
Well, good morning, John. Me and another guy are on our way with your Class 5 nice and early, so you have all day to play.
There's 26 yards of Class 5 over there, and I'm not going to use the BX to move all that with. That would take forever. I'm going to use the 3940 for that. And the reason I had them put it way up on the driveway is because that's kind of the center spot of where I'm focusing. There's still some low spots beyond that Class 5 that I would like to work on as well and level that a little bit more. But like I said, right here in this area, it's really hard to see elevation on a video. I know that, but you know, there's a hole right there. There's another hole over here. Right here where we're standing is kind of a big hole. You can kind of see where the mud just kind of collects and pools, and Yeah, we need to break this up. So that's our plan. That's what we're gonna do. Let's get her going. Wow, that land plane is doing a fantastic job. I mean, it is really tearing it up. It really is doing a good job. It's really softening that clay base up. We're breaking up the swimming pool, and this is already looking so much better. As you can see, there's like a berm along the side, right? If I bring you down low, you can kind of see how it raises up a bit. I want to cut down as much of that as I can and bring it over on both sides of the road. It's just been years and years of going through a puddle and splashing water off to the side, and with that water goes some soil and mud, and it just kind of cakes up, and after years and years of not getting fixed, well, today is the day it gets fixed. So that's what we're gonna do. Guys, I am really working the tractor hard right now. I got it full throttle, low range, 4-wheel drive, going back and forth in this really tough stuff, trying to break up the sides of the road. And I'm telling you, the tractor is working really hard. I basically just stopped so it could cool down a bit, but I am really impressed with this Artillian Land Plane. I mean, we're really shining up these scar fires and wearing the paint right off of them, and it is holding up really well. I've hit a few rocks which kind of jostle the tractor quite a bit. There's no sign of damage on any of the blades on that land plane. Again, that land plane's made by Artillian. It's 54 inches. It has improved this driveway immensely. This driveway was in rough shape, and I'm not necessarily trying to get it level right now. A little bit, but that's not my main goal. My main goal is to just, break up the swimming pool, right? Get rid of that clay base, so the water will drain a lot better when it does rain. And we're going to put a bunch more Class 5 on top of this too, but I don't want that just getting all splashed and soaking up water, and it's gonna look good. It's gonna look really nice. We'll raise the road I probably have enough to raise it at least 2 to 3 inches, maybe a little bit more than that. We'll see. But it's just this short little spot, which is the trouble spot. It always gets water. And there's actually a creek. I'll show you the creek. Hold on. Here we are. We're up the drive just a little bit. Here's the creek. And there's a big culvert down there. You need to be careful so I don't fall in. Right now it's really dried up. There's not much in there. But when it rains, especially in the springtime, you guys, when the snow is melting, that creek gets really high. Sometimes, so high that it might even come over the road. Trying to get any of the water that's draining down that hill and coming from that direction, we want it to flow into the creek and not make a bunch of puddles on the driveway. So I'm going to go back and forth a whole bunch of times. Then I'm going to get the 3940 and we'll spread out some gravel, and then I'll return with the land plane, and we're going to make this place look like a freeway. It's going to be great. All right, air conditioned comfort on a nice hot day. We are moving some Class 5. Class 5 is a mixture of sand and rock, and it's got a little bit of everything in it. The rock that's in it is probably not any bigger than 3/4 or 1 inch. It is a very popular road base around here. That's what they use. And I am gonna have to learn how to spread it out, because that's not something that I do very often with this tractor. So you can always back drag, make it look kind of good. Not too bad. Back for another load. What we're using. This is called Class 5. Don't ask me why it's called Class 5. Nobody knows. But it's a sand mix with rock. You know, it's probably, I don't know, 1 inch rock, maybe 3/4, and less, mixed with some sand. It packs really, really well. It is what is used practically all over Minnesota for roads. That's what they use. So it's very abundant. There's lots and lots of it, and that's what it is. So, yep, drains good, unless there's low spots and you get puddles. So we're working on that spot down there. Kind of thinking maybe I should have had one of these loads dropped off a little closer. I'd be more efficient, but that's okay. It's more tractor time for me. It's kind of how I look at it. And we are using the 3940. 3940 is going to get a workout. This bucket hasn't moved much gravel in a long time, so we're going to wear some paint off. That's the plan. 3940, L3940 tractor with a BH92 backhoe. It's got an incredible transmission. It really does. It's got 3 speeds, low, medium, and high, ×2, because it all has this little lever. Will move it from low, see the little turtle, to wabbit. All right, so every speed, low, medium, and high, has that. So when you go into a pile like I'm doing, right, knock it down into low, and you know, we're gonna give her a little juice here, and we're gonna go into the pile, get the bucket level. And then I start to curl the bucket as I raise it. Look at that big heap and scoop, right? And then we just do a little flick to level it. All right. Then we can back out. We're still in low range, and then I'm going to. I just pulled it back, and now we're in rabbit speed. So here we go with a load of gravel. And we're a little high with that, so we're going to bring it down. So then we can travel with gravel. So I'm just going to slowly tilt and try to steer at the same time. This could be tricky. And then we're going to see some gravel fall off the front edge. Yeah, I'm not doing that good of a job, you guys. There, empty. Now I'm going to put it in float mode. Now it's in float, and now we're just going to back up. The tractor can follow the contour, and it ends up with a pretty decent looking result when you have it in float. And then, of course, when I am all done, I'll come back with the BX, with the land plane that does a really nice job, and we'll really get that leveled out. gonna call it a day. First, I'm gonna show you how nice that turned out down there. I used about half the pile over here, so I still got approximately 13 yards left because I had 2 trucks delivered and each truck could carry 13 yards. I'm gonna say that's maybe half. I probably used half of it, but I'm not done. I'm done with that down there, maybe. I don't know. We'll see what happens when it rains, but like I told you guys before, I'm also working a little bit down on that area. Air conditioned. You can tell why Dad always liked to spend time out here on his tractor. It's quite comfortable. I went back and forth on this road quite a bit. Boy, is that windshield dirty, huh? Woo, we gotta clean that windshield. But I went back and forth. Like I said, I probably used about half of that load that I got this morning. So about 12, 13 yards. And we raised this up quite a bit. I think it's much better. A lot smoother. I know it's kind of hard to tell on video while I'm holding my phone in a tractor, but trust me, it's much better. I probably raised the road bed 3 to 4 inches in places, and it's in great shape. So yeah, there it is behind us. We did good. We did good. All right, you guys, I want to thank you for watching this. If you made it to this point, thanks so much for watching the whole thing. You might as well give it a thumbs up now. You made it all the way through. And why not comment, right? Tell me what you've been up to. Tell me what you want to see on the channel. And then join our Facebook group, Ritter Will Do. Check out our TikTok too. I'm posting videos of all kinds of different stuff lately. And until next time, keep on tractoring, and God bless.